morning, children. In previous class, I explained you about parts of the sentence, subject and predicate. In all the sentences, subject we cannot get subjective. We cannot say that first word is only called the subject, isn't it? In some sentences, see, so subject will be left out. Yesterday, in previous class, I explained you about with examples. When the subject is left out in the subject, the sentences, no, those are called imperative sentences. I told you in previous class. See, some more points, some more important points about subject, children. Take our same this all-in-one book only textbook, same page number 23, isn't it? In previous class, I explained you about imperative sentences means the subject will be left out. Now next remaining part, see, sentences beginning with they. What's that? They. Sentences beginning with they are often confusing. Often means what? See, T is silent. Don't say often. That is wrong, children. Often. See, confusing. Always remember that there is not a subject. So this they is not a subject, children. Is not a subject. Already you caught my point. What is that? What did I say in previous class? What is called subject? Name of a person, place, animal, things. When we have these four nouns in the sentence, that is called a subject. Isn't it? So there is not a subject. There is not a noun also. So there is not a subject. Be careful. Sometimes there are some sentences start with there. See, there is not a subject. Example, there is a man outside the door. See, example, there is a man outside the door. Yes, there is a man outside the door, but there is not a subject. It is not a name of a place or a person or an animal or a thing. That's what I wrote here. There is not a subject. Okay, children. So there is a man outside the door. Then which is called subject here? Tell me. See, there is a man outside the door. Here, man is the subject. Man is the subject. See, not there. There only refers to the subject which is mentioned after it. See, mentioned after it. They, man is a subject. There is not a subject in this sentence. Now coming to the F, children, exercise F. Answer the following questions by choosing the right option. Here they have given some options. See page number 23 and continuation in page number 24. Do it in the textbook itself. What is the predicate in the following sentence? Here, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. So what is predicate in the subject? Humpty Dumpty, you know name of a boy, isn't it? So had a great fall. Had a great fall is a predicate. Just you underline or put a tick mark. Okay. Coming to second question. What is the subject in the following sentence? Ravi threw a ball in the air. Name of a person means boy. Ravi is a subject. Just underline or put a tick mark. Do it in the textbook like that. How many are there? 5. 1 and 2 in page number 23. 3, 4, 5 of page number 24. Do it in the textbook. Read the question carefully. What did they ask to put a tick mark or underline whether it is a subject or a predicate? Okay. Now next coming to next exercise G. Learn to communicate. What is called communicate? Communication, conversation. How to improve our spoken English? See what is the name? Spoken English. Spoken English means what? We have to speak, children. Only reading, going through, only reading and only practicing writing, we don't get English. We have to speak. We have to speak. That is called spoken English, communication. See, your teacher will read out the following sentences. Listen carefully and tick the correct homophone. First, you know what is called homophone? What is called homophone? Homophones plural. This is homophone is singular, homophones plural. What is called homophone? What is called homophone? Same pronunciation, children. Same pronunciation, but what is different? Different, same pronunciation with different spelling and different meaning also, children. See, pronunciation will be there, but different spelling, even different meaning also, and different meaning. That is called homophone. See here. Correct the see, your teacher will read out the following sentences. Listen carefully and pick the correct homophone. Your teacher will ask a few students to tell the meanings of the given homophones here. Here they have given the options. See, the knight was brave and charming. I will write on the blackboard. See here. Number 1. The knight, N-I-G-H-T, knight, oblique, K-N-I-G-H-T, was brave. See, the knight means two are there here, was brave and next charming. Okay. Here homophones. Which is the correct homophone? But see, same pronunciation. N-I-G-H-T knight, K-N-I-G-H-T knight. K is silent here. But will give the different meanings, children. Even this spelling also different here. Here N-I-G-H-T, here K-N-I-G-H-T. Isn't it? But different. What is called night? Day and night. You know, 12 hours day, 12 hours night. Okay. And what is called night? Brave soldier, children. Great soldier. See, that's what I have given brave words here. See, the knight was brave and charming. So, which is the correct homophone for this sentence? You know, this one. So, what you have to tick the correct homophone? Just you have to put a tick mark like this, children. The knight was brave and charming. Just one I explained you. See how many are there? 1 to 6. Do it in the textbook only. There is a sail. See, S-A-I-L, sail and sail. What is called sail and what is called sail? Sail. Little bit same pronunciation but different spelling. Sail means what, children? Sailing. Sail means what? Sail means what? Sailing in the ship, no water, the sea. What is question? There is a sail at the market near the beach. So which is correct? There are some sellers are selling something near the beach. So you have to write sail. Yeah, or you have to tick mark like this. Do it in the textbook. Next, third one. Raj did not like stairs. See, stairs. So he took the elevator. What is called elevator? Lift. So which is the correct? So stairs means what? Steps. We are climbing the steps. No, that one. Be careful. Next, Vaishali threw her bottle out of the moving car. So which is the correct one? The armor was made of solid steel or steel. S-T-E-A-L, steel means what? Theft, children. S-T-E-L, steel is called what? Metal. Next, Billu thought it was not fair to increase the fare of train rates. What is called fare and what is called fare? Fare means what? Not good. And fare means what? Charges. So which homophone is correct according to the sentence? Which one? Just you have to put a tick mark in the textbook itself. Now coming to exercise H, writing. So learn to communicate with listening and speak. A teacher may explain the lesson now. Then you have to speak about the lesson, isn't it? See, and imagine you are Lemuel Gulliver. You know who is Gulliver and what was happening to Gulliver's ship? How he was separated from the ship. He was alone. How he what type of problems he faced. How at last how did he reach his own this one country, England, like that. You have taken a voyage. What is called voyage? A long journey, tedious journey, poor journey. Generally, in the olden days, know what was the means of transport? Main, especially waterways only, isn't it? But it takes what? It takes much more time, children. Or we get long journey to the far sea and we end up shipwrecked alone on an island. What is called wrecked? W silent here. Wrecked alone on an island means you are separate. I told you you were separate, but your ship was tossed in the sea and you were separated from your team and all. Island, you are alone in one unknown island. Write a fantastic account of what you see there and you are staying on the island. What did you see? Which people did you meet? How did you get the food? So all these things you have to, coincidence, you have to write a small paragraph about, say, write a fantastic account, write a small story. You can go through the lesson, how Gulliver faced the problem, how his ship was wrecked and how he was separated, how his ship was tossed in the sea. You can go through the lesson and you can write about, just to think that imagine you are only Gulliver, you are only Lemuel Gulliver. You can go through the lesson and you can get some points like that you have to write. In the textbook they have given Gulliver. So when you are writing about yourself, you have to write I or myself or I am, like that you have to write. Isn't it?